Phrases of ham.
Rockin' them Ducos.
Phrases of ham. Full blown.
Damn, dude, that shit is loud,
Fresh.
dude. I don't know how.
Fresh, right there. Fresh.
Dude, that shit's turned, man. What's up, Weller?
What's up, Fresh?
Nice to have you back in the saddle, dude.
Back in the saddle again. Giddy up.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Weller's back.
Tell a friend. Give your shout outs, player.
Dude, what's up, man? I'm just happy. What's today? Sunday?
It's nice
April.
out, dude. 75. It's going to be 75 or some shit.
Dude, little wind last night. That was good shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain this next week, too.
Oh, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Really?
You seen it? Yeah. There's something going on the fucking out there by Hawaii that's coming our way, dude.
Never stops fucking raining.
Dude, that shit is loud, man.
Oh, sounds good to me. Over here on this side.
Dude, I wish we had a splitter for that shit, because I think you're going deaf, dude.
I am going deaf.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, see? I think the third mic lights it up, too, dude. That motherfucker picks up mosquitoes fucking talk, dude.
What do you got?
Okay, let's say what's ups. I'm just going to kick it out. Just bust some names. Jana Garbato, Kim Ashwanden, Larry Thomas. What's up, Vicky Ramos? What's up, Randy Thorpe? William Hayes, Dennis Beach, Craig Skinner, Travis Taylor. What's up, Linda Oliveris and Cousin Mike? Kayla Castillo. What's up, Mac Warmerdam and Rachel Alvarez? And what's up to the class of 1985?
Raquel Alvarez.
Raquel. Oh, sorry. What's up, Raquel Alvarez? And then our special what's up this week goes to a foreign exchange student from 1986, Galt High School, Leif Munyon. He's a speech therapist. He was on the fencing team from 85 to 86, and he resides in Neska, Iceland.
Leif Munyon, huh? He was a foreign exchange student?
Yeah, from Marcoy. He was a foreign exchange student from Marcoy, dude.
Oh, man.
Hey, just some knowledge, dude. I fucking... You know why they call it Twin Cities Road?
Tell me.
Because Ione and Galt were like twin cities back in the day. Back in the fucking Western days and shit, right?
I own the city.
Ione and Galt, yeah. If
Okay.
you follow Twin Cities, they fucking link up to each other and
So
shit.
it's twin cities?
The Twin Cities, yeah, dude.
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, if you think about it, you ever roll through Ione and see all them old buildings and shit?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, same thing with Galt right there. It's a fucking... Same shit.
Generational.
No, if you ever want to visit Galt, it's right between Santa Cruz and Lake Tahoe.
Yeah,
So
somewhere in that
give
middle.
us a whistle. Fuck, dude. I'm already getting heated, dude.
Oh, you do the shit every time. I like it. You pull it up far enough so we can see what you're working with.
See my belly?
You got the new shirt on?
Fuck yeah. That's our new shit. We're going to be starting right there. Probably today, right?
Motherfuckers. Let's see.
Boom, boom. Motherfuckers.
Let's see how much you piss
Boom,
me
boom,
off
boom.
or I gotta fucking
Motherfuckers.
run out of here.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, right. What do we got? What are we working with, man?
Let's get this going with something fucking...
Want to start off, just get it wet, start off with something real quick?
What do you got?
How about soap in the dick, man?
Soap in the dick.
It's something that happens and you never plan it. It just fucking happens, dude. Like you fucking doing your business and all of a sudden you got soap in your dick.
I go only a few times. Not very often.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But you're never prepared for it, dude. Or the aftermath because it fucking hurts.
What do you
and it
do to
stings.
you're always talking about getting soap in your dick. I think it might have happened a couple times.
You know what? Both times I use like a scratcher thing to like clean my nuts and shit like that. And I think when I'm holding my dick up to scratch and clean
Pushing
my nuts,
the hole open.
Yeah, the hole's open and I get soap in there.
You got to be careful.
It's not because I got a boner or anything like that.
Dude, you got like hole plugs you can put in there?
Fuck, I don't
block
know,
up the
dude.
soap?
Maybe like a pea,
Remember fucking Nichols used to put licorice in there?
a lima bean. But you know,
Q-tip, put a Q-tip in the top. Ooh.
when you were younger though, you'd be jacking off in the shower and shit. You get soap in your dick that way, but
I've never jacked off, so I don't know.
what?
No, I never jacked off.
Let me ask you, shampoo or
I've
conditioner?
never been caught, so I've never done it.
Shampoo or conditioner, dude?
Bar soap.
Bar of soap? Dude, that's too dry, dude.
That's why my balls are dry.
Hey, I was hitting you up about that. You worn different underwear since you got the Separtex?
Oh, I wear both. Yeah, I wear both. I wear the Separtex around at home, like after I get off of work. Work, I wear regular underwear.
Dude, I'm telling you, they keep your shit. You know, they keep
when
it separate.
Like when I go out and stuff, I wear the separate one.
I wear mine at work, dude, because I don't get ball sweat that way. I mean, I don't get no taint action. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's good advice.
Dude, no, I'm telling you, if you ain't got no Separtech underwears, go get yourself some.
Separtech.
They're fucking great, dude.
All right.
But that was a little quick one, dude. I just wanted to get the soap in the dick out there, you know, because
tired of getting soap in your dick. Well, then be careful, dude.
It happens to everybody.
Well, then be fucking careful. I mean, we could roll into something else to a fucking bubble wrap world.
Go ahead and close that bitch up, dude. Knock on heaven's door. Do whatever you want.
Well, Fraser's already complaining about soap. Maybe he's going to come up with some sort of law that you can't use soap anymore in the shower because it gets in your dick hole. I mean, there's a rule for everything now.
There should be a penalty or a fine for it. I need
OSHA should come in when you're taking a shower and check and see, well, you know what? You're not doing it properly. We're going to have to fine you. So it's a world, so it's fucking bubble wrap now. It's like everybody's trying to protect everybody. Well, we were talking about the movie theater, about, kids really, back in the day, you leave off from your parents and you go watch, everybody's, which is a genuine concern that someone's going to come in and shoot at the place, so you're worried about your kid. But, you have to continue just to live. Enjoy life, because you can't protect everybody from everything. And I think that's, especially in California, because of regulations and shit, we try to protect everybody from everything. I mean, literally, they want you to wear bubble wrap so nobody gets hurt. That's why the insurance is so high, because everybody fucking sues. And it's such bullshit, man, that we had OSHA come out to the job, and then after they're looking and looking and looking, they start coming up with bullshit, like, it's always some fucking dweeb, too. Like, well, you're not putting the ice on water, and the temperature is not 58 degrees, which we require per law. It's like, dude, I want to fucking slap you, dude. And you know what? Everybody always gives me shit about being, he's liberal. Well, there's liberal. And then I'm like, dude, I'm at my house. I am the most strict... I'm so hard on my kids, more than 99.9% of the people in this fucking world. And then I go over these people's houses who are, like, conservative, and they're like, babe, and you guys don't do that. Come on, you guys. And I'm like, where is this fucking tough guy at?
Yeah, but are you saying that conservatives are tough guys then? Is that what you're saying?
They create that aura like, no, I wouldn't know John Wayne. I wouldn't let my kids do that. I would never allow me this. And then I go in there and you're a little fucking pussy.
So you think...
Get the fuck out of here.
Conservatives are the people that spank their kids, and liberals are the ones that are like, oh, Johnny, don't do that.
I think that's a perception. Yeah, I think that's a perception. And I get I'm going on all kinds of different topics right now, so I'll just stick with the bubble wrap world. But I mean, we're trying to protect our kids from everything, and fuck it. Let the kids go out there and enjoy life. Let them experience it. I mean, I let my kid walk home now. I let him, it's kind of a fucked up world, but at some point he's got to figure out. I got to maneuver on how to survive, because my parents are not always going to be there for me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. Like, my daughter, we were at Jack in the Box yesterday in Galt, right here. Mm-hmm. Jack in the Box. Starbucks is maybe 300 yards away from Jack in the Box. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
And she's like, Dad, I want to go to Starbucks. And I'm like, well, we're getting Jack in the Box. Go ahead and walk over there. Get some Starbucks. Oh, no, never mind. Because she has to be, like, have...
protected.
A parent or somebody with her to do that stuff. And we're watching, like I told you, we're watching To Kill a Mockingbird last night. These fucking kids in that movie, it's in the 1930s or whatever, right? These kids fucking run around, do whatever. They're at the courthouse. I was thinking, when do we ever go to the courthouse when we were kids? We never did shit like that.
Mm-mm. And I get it at fucking work, too, where, we got these tough guys and shit, and they're like, I don't really feel safe because there's not a handrail and that stairs going up, and you got an opening over there. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking pussy. What the fuck, man? Be a man. I don't know. Bubble wrap world. Everything has to be protected. You have to have You're protected. It's like
gotta have sunglasses. Gotta have knee pads. Gotta have a helmet.
It's getting worse, dude. Where you can't even maneuver and do anything anymore because everything's about safety. Safety first, David. Safety first. And I always tell my kids, safety last. Fun first, safety last. That's what I tell my fucking kids. Fuck 'em.
Well, what I'm thinking, man, is, and I went over this at my work, it was like, we have all these committees, we have these fucking meetings, these programs and shit for safety and stuff like that. And I'm like, are we really that much safer now than we were 20 years ago?
Shit happens. They're trying to eliminate as soon as like in PG&E something blows up or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay? Shit happens. It sucks. It's sad, but shit happens. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't protect everything. So what do? They create more fucking rules. They create more fucking procedures for you guys to do that raises our PG&E rates because somebody has to pay for it.
Well, here's a good example. Like, two of my really good friends, my brothers at work, have fucking left my job because of the procedures and the fucking bullshit. These are guys that would do 12, 15 jobs a day, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're confident in their work. They're craftsmen. They've been doing this shit for years. They know inside and out what they're doing. So they knock jobs out. But they lose a guy that's doing 12 or 15 jobs. The new guy they bring in is doing 6. So look at the math on that. Okay, if you're going to bring a new guy in and try to replace an old dog, you need to bring in 2 guys.
Yeah.
Because those guys are following procedure, doing everything to a T, got their glasses on, got their fucking earplugs in, they fucking got the knee pads on.
And part of the problem, a lot of the problem is us. It's like, dude, they wouldn't be there if we wouldn't fucking sue everybody. If we wouldn't call fucking, I need to go to the doctor. Everybody wants to go to the fucking doctor, dude. Everybody wants to go to the doctor. Every time something, somebody said something, I had a guy step on a fucking nail. I better go to the doctor. I do really feel a lot of pain. And I'm like, do you know I step on 2 or 3 every fucking day? I don't fucking care. Like, stop being a pussy. The bubble wrap world is part of our problem because we sue everybody and we're fucking pussies and we want to go to the doctor. It's out of control now. I mean, we're going to get to a spot where we just sit in our house and everything's protected and we don't maneuver no more because we don't drive vehicles no more. I mean, fuck, man. I mean, how many regulations do you have on vehicles now? That's why the fucking prices are so high because they have all these stupid fucking regulations. We don't need full wrap fucking airbags and shit, dude.
Dude, this is California, bro. I mean, I know OSHA is nationwide, but California has its own fucking... That's why
Cal OSHA is stricter than Al OSHA, yeah 100%.
That's why I talk to people all the time, and they're like, "Oh, well, PG&E's going to get taken over. They're fucking bankrupt, this and that." And I said, "No, they're not. There's 2 bigger companies. There's Duke and there's Edison, right? But they're not in California. Nobody wants to fuck with California, right? And the smaller companies, they're too small to try and take over a fucking giant, right? So they're in a Goldilocks zone, and it's because of fucking red tape, bureaucracy.
And these people who are doing this, we say city inspectors or the Cal OSHA, the stormwater pollution, these are all becoming college graduates that have no work experience. So when you're on site and you have like a city inspector come out and he was in the trade for like 20 years, you're gravy. You're like, this is gravy. I'm good. Because this guy knows. He knows. But you get a college student that comes out that's read everything in a book, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Or OSHA representative or fucking stormwater pollution, whoever it is, dude. You get them to, or insurance agency, whatever. People with no real life work experience, you're fucked, dude. You are so fucked because they're all about the fucking rules, dude.
Well, here's what gets me too is they use retreads, or they'll take somebody from Chicago, right, and bring them into work. This guy fucking wasn't doing a good job in Chicago. That's why he fucking was available, because if he was great, he wouldn't be fucking leaving Chicago. Mm-hmm. Or they bring a guy from South Carolina or something like that into work. I'm like, you guys are picking up retreads. You may be getting a Jerry Rice, but you're getting him at the fucking after the Raiders had him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so there's so much bullshit. Like, we have an engineer that comes out, and this guy just no experience. Went to college. We're doing a building, and next to the building, they don't have nothing there. No, they just have ATS, no real hardware. Ours is so much shit in there because he said we're preparing for the 10,000 year earthquake. That's how they have to prepare. I said, what? Wait a second, what? No, we have to prepare for every 10,000 year the major earthquake. I said, the earthquake that will destroy this building is going to destroy that building. There is no more. It's all money incentive. Like OSHA is fine incentive. So when they create their wealth, their money that they have, it's because of fines. So they're fine incentive, right? It's like engineers who are motivated because of Simpson. Simpson says we got okay, we'll get kickbacks. Everything's money incentive. Do the insurance companies?
I seen that. Did you see up in Quebec where the fucking dam overflooded? The dam broke up in Quebec, just like Orville. Remember it happened in Orville?
I didn't see it.
Okay, so they got all kinds of people flying in on helicopters and shit and checking stuff out. And they're like prime ministers. They're a form of congressmen and stuff. And each one of them, as they go up there, well, this flood is obviously because of global warming. The climate's getting warmer, the ice is melting, and now this is what's happening. Mm-hmm. No, the fucking dam broke. That's what happened. The dam broke, dude. You know what I'm saying? But there's money behind their point of view.
And their solutions for everything is to make more laws. Let's make more laws. No, stop. We have enough fucking laws. Stop with the fucking laws, dude.
Well, dude, that's what it is, too. The guy in the field, the fucking worker, used to have make his own call. That's why I'm a professional, is because I can make my own call on this job. Mm-hmm. But at some point in the last 10 years or so, they took that out of my hands and put it into a book. And the guy writing the book has never been in the field. I use this one all the time. You can read a book on how to throw a pitch or to play baseball, right? Mm-hmm. You can read a book on it, know everything inside and out about baseball. But if you never played the game, how can you tell me how to play?
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
How can you tell me?
And these are the people that are regulating us. These lawmakers. These are people who have no experience and they're like, well, did you see these pictures of this person? You know what? There's what's it called? Darwinism. It's like if you're stupid enough to fall down a hole, you probably deserve to fall down a fucking hole. I say that and I catch myself doing it now because of the so many rules. Like I can't lose my job. Like if I catch somebody who I thought was drinking, been drinking or whatever, dude. And I have to revert back in my day when I first started. You had beers at lunch and you went to work. Yeah. That's what you did. It was normal. Yeah. Like the guys, back in the day, it used to be like the guy would put the tailgate down at lunch, eat some, maybe have a beer, and then go back to work. If that happened now, fuck, there'd be 20 ambulances out there, fire departments, OSHA. I mean, there'd be investigators with fucking spotlights and police. Yeah. It's so fucked now. And it's like, you know what? I don't know. We are so fucked now. My kids will never enjoy just the possibility of getting hurt. Like,
well, that's the same thing. Like when we used to drive around, right? We get pulled over by the cops, Stephen near somebody in Galt, right?
And they let you go. They say they follow you home.
They talk to you. I remember this one really good. We were over by a pizza bank, and we had all been drinking. Mm-hmm. And he pulled us over. And he's like, okay, here's what's going to happen. Take your keys, throw them in the glove compartment, lock your car up, walk home. Mm-hmm. Right?
No, I agree. Now we get people DUIs, which ruins their life. Yeah. Their insurance goes up. They got to fucking do all these classes. I mean, puts you in financial hurt over, drinking and driving. Now, I'm not saying drink and drive. I think be careful. A lot of people have died. Be careful. But
this is a scenario, though.
Gone are the days of just being able to live, dude.
This is a scenario, though, where it's also teaching Mormon. He's like, look, you guys we weren't fucking hella drunk, but he's like, you've had a few beers, and you shouldn't be driving, right? Right. And to teach us, we got to fucking walk home. And that whole walk home is like, fuck, man, I don't want to I could have been driving. I could have been home in 3 minutes. Now it's going to take me an hour.
I don't know. I think this world's been so... Well, I'd say this world, but... I'd say a lot more so. You're right, in California especially, but the whole United States is like there's so many regulations and there's you get a I don't know. I see these people come out and for me I'm just in my head I'm like, you fucking derelict. Like, man, you fucking have no clue. You're not even close to being a fucking man. Like, what the fuck, man? No. I'm just tired of this bubble wrap world where you have to protect everybody from everything. Live, dude. Just fucking live.
So at that job I sent you, remember I sent a picture and there's a man lady behind me? Mm-hmm. You got a pink hard hat on.
Yeah.
Had snakeskin boots on.
What were they doing?
She's running the job.
Okay, I got you.
But she didn't come out there until some shit went down. And then when I'm out there, all of a sudden, like you said, the other guys start showing up. Police, fire, ambulance, all those guys are out there. And then here comes hazmat, California hazmat, the OSHA regulator. All those guys line up and shit. And There was some hydrogen sulfide that got released from an old oil tank because the building used to run off of oil, like, radiant heat and shit.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the way they used to do shit. Well, they unearthed this fucking tank. It had been in the ground for like 110 years. This is the first time it's seeing daylight, so there's all kinds of odors and shit coming out of it. I'm in the pile, all the rubble, walking around, seeing if it's safe for me and this and that. And then this hazmat guy shows up, and he's got this fucking suit on. Looks like he's on the fucking moon, right? And his instrument picks up more shit than mine. And he's like, oh, there's 2%, 2 parts per million fucking hydrogen sulfate. We need to get everyone out of here. Tape it off, right? I'm still in the pile because I got to make sure it's not going to blow up. Mm-hmm. I get over there. They got a little line of people ready to fucking get checked by the ambulance guy, Mm-hmm. They're like, you want to get checked? I'm like, fuck no.
Fuck no.
Fucking checked.
Yeah.
I got more work to do, dude. But this is no shit. About 10 minutes later, I start fucking feeling I'm fucking feeling dizzy. My fucking heart rate's going like this.
That might be all mental, dude.
I called my guy, though. And he's like, hey, just sit down, chill, put the AC on, just chill out for about 10, 15 minutes. Okay. I did, and I was fine. But these other guys are going to be off work for fucking 3 days because they smelled some shit.
The Ocean Spec goes in this parking structure. It's like 5-6 story parking structure. And there's a generator in there. He's like, you guys, I mean, I could smell the CO2. I mean, I could smell this. We need to get this out of here. And then I start thinking, it's a parking structure. Cars are going to be fucking going in and out of there the whole time. But during construction, you can't have a generator in there. Like, it makes no fucking sense. The rules don't make no fucking sense, dude. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck, man? We are so fucked. Like, and all these fines are thousands, 2,000, 3,000. I mean, it just kills the fucking contractors, dude. It kills them.
Well, you got to know, like, if you're building something in California, right? Mm-hmm. Take away the cost of the land. We're just talking about building it, right? Mm-hmm. You build the same building in San Ramon as compared to Bakersfield. Mm-hmm. The cost of those two buildings is dramatic. I mean, it's
drastic.
So much difference.
Yes.
Okay, so then you take the cost of that building, even in Bakersfield, right, into Fallon, Nevada, or fucking I don't know, someplace in Dakota.
But it's changing because we're in Nevada right now, and we've just starting like it's like a I think 5-6 story parking structure, and there's 7 stories above that, right? OSHA's been out there 3 times. We haven't even started yet. They're just there to get their money. Because if OSHA really gave a fuck about safety, they'd do that shit for free. They'd come out, they'd be out on the site, they'd be out there all the time, say, hey, you guys don't do that. No, we'll fine you for that. We'll fine you for that. We'll fine you for that. Wait. So you don't really care about safety, you just care about your fines. That's all it's about. It's about fucking money.
Why don't they do like a 3-strike deal, and the third one you get the fucking penalty,
Because how are you going to make money, Frage?
Dude, they get paid. It's just like cops, right?
It's a fucking scam.
It's just like cops. They say they don't have a quota, right? Like they don't have to.
Oh, bullshit! You see them out in 4 certain times of the year,
dude. Right towards the end of the month, right?
Get the fuck out of here! We don't have no fucking quota.
Right towards the end of the month, this happens at the end of the month every month on Franklin Boulevard between Elk Grove and South Sac. Mm-hmm. You'll have 2 motorcycle PD on this side going that way. 2 on this side going that way. They're just fucking...
Yes. You see it on 99.
They just pull people over, dude. They could do that every day. But they only do it for like 2 days at the end of the month.
For money.
Yeah, because
they're not there. They're not there. And then they'll talk about, well, you don't see... You're not there when the people are dying in these car wrecks. You know what? You can't eliminate that. I mean, you're going to have stupid people driving. You can't stop accidents. You can't stop accidents. That's like with the gun thing, And I always give a bunch of shit about having a million fucking guns. But really... I mean, it's the responsible person holding that fucking gun, whether people are going to get killed or not, right? It's not the fucking gun's fault. And I'm not a big gun guy, but I'm a common sense guy. It's like a fucking car. Like, you're going to have accidents because people don't know how to fucking drive right? You're just going to have this shit. You can't protect everybody from everything. You can't make more laws for everything. But you know what? Us bitching about it ain't gonna change nothing because there's gonna be another law next year. There's gonna be 100 more laws next year. Dude, they're just gonna keep adding fucking laws, dude.
That guy's sitting. Well, that's what they are, lawmakers. But that guy's sitting in the office, right? That's in charge of fucking I don't know, dirty water or whatever, water runoff from job sites, right? But he's got to prove that he's working, that he's got a job, and he said something like, oh, well, there's 16 parts per million particulates of fluoride in this water. You know, we need to get it down to 8.
Right. No, we've had all that shit, dude. You see, there's a ditch. It's a ditch. It's not a fucking river.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you're letting debris going into this river. It's a fucking ditch, dude. We used to go there and fish out fucking crawdads and fucking, you know, we're so fucked out, dude. I mean, and it's not gonna get easier. It's gonna get worse. But what are you gonna do? We're gonna bitch about it and fucking.
No, that's what I'm saying. And they call us we're the dinosaurs because we used to do shit the old way, right?
Right.
We're the ones that need to change because the new guys that are coming in right now is normal for them. And 20 years from now, the new guys are going to be like, oh, well, fuck, when I started, we only had to wear fucking glasses, you know? We didn't have to wear a full suit.
When I started, we didn't even have hard hats.
Yeah.
We had no hard hats, no safety guards. There was no bullshit. There was no fucking yo-yos or tie-offs, and we had no harnesses. Well, we just went up there and we did our work, and there was no, like, hey, you guys get down from there, you know, you got to have hard. There was none of that.
Well, you just had AM radio back then, too.
Plus, you had more. What that does is create more experienced guys. So all the experienced guys are leaving. So now we have a bunch of inexperienced people coming in through the workforce. But I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing you can do. I mean, when I had that house in Lodi, I tore some stuff apart, and there was just like a small 1/2-inch bolt every 6 feet. That's all there was. Now. Fuck, you gotta have fucking 3 engineers walk through there. They gotta make sure you have Simpson strong walls, hold downs every year. Fuck, what's the difference between that? That house is still standing out there, and this house is here. Like, what's the difference? Well, we're gonna give you more time. Get out during the earthquake, and it's like, get the fuck out of there. It's all about money. You don't give a care about nobody's fucking safety.
It's not about safety, dude. That's just that's what the banner they're hiding it under.
How many times my dad would pick us up from school and get in the back of the pickup and drive all the way from Galt all the way out to the fucking Twin Cities in the back of a truck, a bunch of us just sitting back there.
Yeah.
And no fear of any kind of repercussion, no fear of fucking getting hurt, no fear. Police would be behind us and then pass us.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't even a big deal. Now everything's got to be protected, dude. But I don't know. And it's not going backwards. So we could just bitch on it and move on.
Well, let's fucking close out. What was that? Bubble wrap. Put some hands on it. You deserve some hands. Yeah. Good.
Fucking bitches, dude.
Dude, we're gonna have to change, but that's all there is to it.
We're gonna have to change, and I always say that, but I know it's bullshit. Okay, I'll change so I can fucking continue to work. But in my head, fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. You're not gonna convince me. Like, yeah, you're right. You know what? You're actually right. We should be doing. No, get the fuck out of here.
Well, just
pussy shit.
Just flip the script and say it's racism or sexism or something like that, right? Look at the side of the card you're on.
What do you mean?
If you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to grow, Weller.
With the safety bullshit?
Yeah, you're being the racist. You're being the sexist.
It has nothing to do with
you're being the chauvinist, man.
No. I am a chauvinist, though. You know what? We act like we're not chauvinists, and we are, though. Because you see a chick come onto the job site, you're like, what the fuck is she doing here?
Yeah.
And then when they're in power and they tell you to do something, you know it irritates. Well, for me, it irritates the fuck out of me, dude. I'm like,
well, here's the difference for me. I've worked with a couple chicks that are badass. They're fucking badass chicks. They lay it down. They get work done. I wouldn't mind working side by side with them. Mm-hmm. Then there's the other type of chick that shows up. She's got her hair did like she's going to church. Her makeup like she's going to the prom, right? They're still steel-toed boots, but they're like a fashionable fucking boot. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at them like, this chick ain't crawling underneath a house. She ain't crawling up in the attic. If she was in the attic where it's 130, 140 degrees, her makeup would fucking, just run off her face. Mm-hmm. So there's just, it is the same way with guys. We got pretty boys at work too, that fucking get their, what is it called? It's like laser hair removal.
Yeah, I know some people that have done that.
I mean, they're like almost androgynous, but these pretty boys ain't gonna go fucking crawl underneath somebody's house when it's fucking muddy and shit and get the job done.
You said it multiple times. Women have smaller brains. I mean, your whole base of
That's a big factor, dude. I mean, it's science. It's science, dude. It's right under. If you look at global warming in the dick, it's right under there. Women have smaller brains.
Let's not go on that because I don't want to get in trouble again. I want to have a peaceful week.
I don't even know what we're talking. What are we gonna get on, dude?
You want to talk about the church killings?
Oh man, okay. So, what I was saying about that is like, there's some type of pride, or I don't know the word for it, man. But it's where like I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I'm right, and I know I'm right. I'm living my life righteous and shit, and it's because I'm a Buddhist, right?
I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then, like you're a Muslim, and you're living your life right, and you're productive, and you had a really good world going on. But there's two types of people in the church, and those people that are just good with themselves and what's going on in their life, and then there's the other type of person that's like, I fucking have the knowledge that's going to get you into heaven. And I need to let you know that. I need to teach you, because what you're thinking is wrong.
Right.
Your life is wrong. Your religion is wrong.
I had this argument this week. Yep.
You know, so those kind of people there are the ones that are being chauvinistic or racist, or they need to let it go. You found what's going on in your life and what's working for you. That's fine. Don't push the fucking...
I know what you're saying.
They push the agenda, man.
Right, and then their faith. Well, that's why you see so many different faiths, and then you see like the radicals and shit. Because everybody, no matter who you are, you have your different interpretation of what that means to you, or the doctrine of it, or the laws of it, or whatever. I mean, it's just like politics. There's just radical. There's radical left or radical right.
Yeah.
There's no moderation. We talk about it all the time, moderation. But that's why you have these killings and these shootings in these churches and stuff, is because they're wrong. They're going to hell, so I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Like, how is that?
Well,
or the suicide bomb, Muslim suicide bombers. So you think by killing people that's better for your faith? Like, that's being more thinking you're more right than your faith.
Well, what happened was we had this, everybody saw it, I'm sure they saw it on Facebook. This dude goes into a mosque and he starts shooting people up on the fucking GoPro and shit, right? So this shooting it was a shooting and a bombing. They set off 6 bombs in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday, dude. And they hurt over 500 Christians. 290 were dead. They didn't even start shooting until the police showed up. Once the police showed up, that's when they started fucking shooting people. And because it was radical Muslims attacking Christians, the whole narrative in the media was thrown off. They didn't know where to go with it. But when it was a crazy ass white supremacist dude shooting Muslims, they had their narrative they wanted. So that shit got blown up. But when it's reversed and you have radical Muslims fucking up Christians, right? It wasn't even played out. I heard it maybe half a day. And they said they were Easter worshippers. They didn't even say they were Christians. They called them Easter worshippers. So that narrative there to me is the media has too much pull as to what people hear or see. The San Diego shooting, which happened yesterday, right? That guy, another racist fucker, went in and shot up the synagogue, tried to fuck some Jews up. He only shot 4 people, and I say only, and that I know that's still bad, and 1 person died. But these are those crazy fuckers that think they can change your mind.
It's the same thing with religion. It's the same thing with the media. Is the people are so easily swayed or easily believe everything they hear or are told. There's no free thinkers. So when you go to that church, there's a lot of people that are moderate. There's a lot of people that are good fucking people. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are out there helping people on the streets. There's a lot of those people. But you have those people who are also, like, I'm not going here anymore because they're not strong enough in their belief. Like, and I hear this all the time. So they want to go to a more radical church where they like, I seen something about this Mayor Pete, right? And I seen somebody put up a quote. I think it was Graham put up a quote about men shall not lay with men, let women shall not lay with men, and this, and then they were championed, but they was like, no, finish the
scripture.
The scripture. It also says they shall be killed, right? And then I had people explain, well, they shall be killed eventually, and their soul shall be killed because they didn't follow the word of God, or whatever. And it's like, should they be killed? Like, you're interpreting it different than I'm interpreting it. Like that. Yeah. That's where you get the radicals and the moderates. It's like, and then I have someone else tell me that the sin is sin. It's like, so what is it? Like, because you're not perfect and you're a liar, and I know you're you talk about people behind their back, but that guy's worse because he's a homosexual? Or I'm trying to understand it because I don't know. I mean, the guy's saying a lot of good things. He seems like a good, decent human being. You could agree or not agree with the politics, but don't go out there and start fucking chanting Sodom and Gomorrah, or the fucking people who hold at the abortion clinics, like Jesus hates you, or Jesus hates fags, or whatever. Like, dude, that's radical. Like, you're so fucking radical. Like, aren't you supposed to be whatever religion it is, aren't you supposed to be tolerant of people?
Well, that's it, man. Even the peaceful people, that's what I'm saying. They're peaceful people, right? You have a Muslim and a Buddhist that can get along just fine. No problem. Just like I would. I don't determine I'm going to be friends with you because you're a Christian or because you're a Buddhist. That's not something I deal with. But there are plenty of people that only associate with Seventh-day Adventists or Mormons. Mm-hmm. Their church groups are usually cliquey like that, right?
I seen a family member post something up at the Catholic Church about, how they have confession? Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to confess your sins you're supposed to confess them to Jesus, not to another man. Yeah. It's like, dude, stop picking people apart. Let them be. Stop. Now, you start with that little thing, and it starts growing. It starts festering. It starts getting more radical. I
think that's my whole point on it, though, is when you start to pick apart another religion or say that's not working for you, that's where the hypocrisy starts, man. Mm-hmm. There's a hypocrisy there that's unseen.
Oh, major.
It's unchecked.
Right.
Because a lot of times it's fucking backed up by another person you're fellowshipping with, right?
Oh, 100%. And see, what my thing is okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's going to be Buddhists. I think there's going to be Christians. I think there's going to be Mormons. I think there's going to be Muslims. I think there's a higher plane, and I think there's going to be a lot of people in there that we say, well, they shouldn't be there. What are you going to say if you go to heaven? Say everybody has different faiths. Let's say you go to heaven, and all of a sudden you see all these other people there that you said are not going there. What's all of a sudden going to happen to you? You're going to be like, oh, I was wrong. So what does it hurt if Fraser believes God's a woman, and I believe God is just a super being, and this person believes in Buddhists, but at the end of the day, if you're living by the golden rule and you're being good to your fellow man, what does it hurt that person's living his best life? I'm living my best life.
Ain't gonna fuck around with you ninjas. I want to see that. Hey, I'm telling you though, man, if you have that in your heart and you get to heaven and you think that stuff about other people, right? You probably ain't going to be in heaven to begin with.
If that's so important to you that other people aren't going to get in, well, you're wrong. They're not going to get in. Okay, then I'm wrong. So I'm wrong on the side of, I think if you're a good person and you're trying to do good and you believe in God, that you're going to heaven. Okay, that's my thing. And I'm not saying if you could believe something else, I'll be like, that's fine for you. I don't care. I never try to sway you from what you believe.
Yeah. And that's fine. I appreciate that. But I'll tell you one thing that gets me, right? So, like, when we were witnesses, I was a witness with my mom.
You were Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, Jehovah's Witness.
Were you really?
Probably back in, 83. Yeah. My mom went to several different churches when I lived with her. Because churches help you, Especially a single mom, got a couple kids. Church helps you out and shit. And whoever comes up to the door, my mom would let them in, talk to them, this and that, and other kind of stuff. But they had something in the scripture about the 12 churches and 12,000 from each church equals 144,000. So those are all witnesses. Mm-hmm. So there's 144,000 witnesses that are going to be with Christ when he comes back.
Right. I've heard that.
So I'm thinking, even as a young kid, I'm thinking like,
how are you going to make that 144?
No, I'm thinking like, man, there's way more than 144,000 Jehovah's Witnesses. Mm-hmm. So there's a bunch of them that are not going to make it. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But every single one of them is like, yeah, I'm one of those 144,000. I don't know about you, but I'm one of the 144,000. I think there's got to be a couple million, right? Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I would assume so.
But it never crosses their mind that it's like they're not one of those 144,000,
Well, I've heard that growing up. I've heard that they're a cult, and the Mormons are a cult, and that, and I've heard, the Catholics are a little bit of this, and then I've heard bad-mouthing on everything. I'm like, and I start getting older, I'm like, nah, that's not how you're supposed to believe.
Well, isn't every group that assembles and fucking has belief, isn't that a cult? I mean, isn't Raider Nation a cult?
I guess it's determine your interpretation of a cult. But I think there's nothing wrong with going to church. There's nothing wrong with fellowshipping with people that you agree with.
Just make sure. What is your definition of a cult?
Of a cult, to me, it's somebody that it's a group of people that are doing something that either hurts yourself or hurts other people.
A cult. Okay, so
that's what I think. I'm not saying that's the definition. I'm saying to me, when I see something that says cult, I'm saying okay, they're hurting themselves or they're doing something detrimental to people that's not good. That's my idea.
Because who was it? Aleister Crowley, Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard, right? Mm-hmm. When you go in there, they're like in this. They had the satanic verses, all that kind of stuff, and that's where Dianetics and the Church of Scientology came out. Those three getting together. But when I started watching some documentaries on those guys and shit, man, they had some fucking cool ass shit going on, man. But then they started getting demonized by outside groups and stuff.
I'd watch a lot of Scientology, and they fucking take your child away from you. They put them in a different place.
Yeah, I'm not saying
that's where it becomes a cult.
I'm not saying now, but I'm saying. When they had good intentions when they started, right? It's kind of like any like even Hitler. He had good intentions when he started, but then he gets fucking twisted and they just go bad. You know, at some point they become a cult.
Yeah,
I think they might be a group and then they become a cult. Like Jim Jones, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to go live there. Everybody was there by free choice. Heaven's Gate people. They did the same. Branch Davidian.
Well, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the religion comes to fear. Fear that you're not going to heaven. Fear that you're not going to be part of the group. Fear. So when you realize, and especially when they give you dates, this is why I always tell my dad or my brother, I say, stop saying that, because they say he's coming back any day, right? This is the end of times. You know how long I've heard the end of times? Since I was a kid, your dad. In the 70s. No. Not just from my dad. From a lot of people in the church. This is end of times. So through the 70s, end of times. 80s, end of times. 90s, end of times. 2000s, we're in the end of times. If you keep saying that and it doesn't happen, people that are more logical or more like, I don't know what the word is, but they're going to say, wait a second now, that didn't come. So
common sense.
Is this really true? Man. So you can't keep saying that stuff. We're in the end of times. That's all I've ever heard. Once you keep saying it and it doesn't happen, I think that's what happens with the cults. Is like, well, he's coming in 2011 or some shit like that, and we got to be ready, and then all of a sudden it don't happen. Then people in the cult start thinking, wait a second.
Like the Mayan calendar?
This is false. And then that's when they kill everybody, because then that fucking guy's like, hey, they're going to realize I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Be careful.
What about Al Gore famously saying the world would be gone in 15 years, and that was 25 years ago? What about AOC saying that if we don't change shit, the world's going to be done in 12 years? I
think we've come to the point where we listen to those people and we say, nah, you're kind of full of bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I think a lot of people are. That's why I think that you see this, the numbers of religious people are falling and the people of spirituality and faith are growing, because you giving people these rules and saying this is the outcome, and then it doesn't happen, then pretty soon you're like, wait a second.
They're just not good at selling what they're selling, because if I was going to make a prediction, you want Fraser's prediction on when the world's going to end?
Sure. I want to know.
We only got about 12,000 years left.
Okay, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got about 12,000 years left on this earth before it fucking just goes really bad. So see, what I've done there is I've created an anticipation that this world is going to end in 12,000 years, right? Mm-hmm. But none of us are going to be fucking around, and nobody's going to fucking remember, oh, Fraser said it was going to end 12,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if it ends 12,000 years from now, they'll be like, oh, fucking Fraser said it was good.
It's like Nostradamus. You know, you look all the stuff in Nostradamus, and they'll say, oh, this came true, and this came true, and this came true. And then they'll show the passage that he said.
The quatrains.
And I'll be like, you could attribute this to anything. You could figure out how to align this with anything. Like, I could say, in a year from now, there's going to be a major fucking tsunami. And there probably is.
Yeah.
What am I really saying, though? I'm just taking my best guesstimation, throwing something out there, and all of a sudden I'm a prophet, or I'm a fucking, a mind reader, or whatever, I don't know. Life is short. Live your best life. Enjoy it. Be good to people. Follow your faith that you believe in, but don't fucking disregards people other faith, don't fucking hate on them. Like, just let them pee. If they're living good and they're not hurting anybody, that's all good. My brother asked me this week, he goes, so what do you think? This is asking me my opinion of what I think sin is, right?
Yeah.
And I said, for me, sin means that when I do something and I'm doing it, I know that it's wrong. That's the sin. Yeah. So if I know if I'm talking about someone behind their back, or if I'm exaggerating a story, or whatever I'm doing, maybe I'm doing something to slick somebody that I don't really care for, something, I know that's wrong. So I know that's a sin. And he goes, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, how am I wrong if that's what I think? How are you telling me? And that's the religion part, is that, no, you're wrong. Because I read a scripture and he goes, no, you're wrong. That doesn't mean that. I'm like, well, that means that to me. So now I have to have somebody explain it to me?
Well, and
no.
Here's the thing. I think
know your heart.
I think Christians have basically, 10 commandments they're not supposed to, they'll sin on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Buddhists have like 36. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going by laws and shit like that, look at how much more a Buddhist puts into their life. Their religion is part of their life, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at it, how many of these shootings have been done by Buddhists? None.
No.
How many wars have Buddhists started?
No. I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Sikh.
Yeah. I mean,
but past that, I don't know. I get into this all the time, and I go on and on and on. But I don't know. I don't know if really I'm changing anybody's fucking mind.
Here's my thing on it is, if you're a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a free agent, and you're looking for something, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, give them your salesman line. Try to pull them in. Try to convert them or make their soul or whatever. That's fine. But if you're a Christian and I'm a Buddhist, let's just chill. You know, there's no need there. Now, if I'm a free agent and I got a Christian and a Buddhist there, I'm gonna sit there and listen to both of them, and that's probably where the.
Well, this was my beef in. So, like. And this could go for all politicians. I'm not just zeroing in on Trump, but because they're all liars. They're all fucking manufactured. They tell you. So you could say, and people will say, well, they're small little lies, right? So you could say Trump's a compulsive liar when he lies about crowd size and shit like that, right? You could say he fucking cheated on his wife, multiple wives, right? And then you have that evangelical base that follow no matter what, but then they bash Mayor Pete because he's homosexual. Not because I didn't hear anything about political. I heard homosexual. But then somebody tells me, well, sin is sin. So where is it? I don't understand. You're following somebody who sins all the time, and you have another guy who says sinning because he's homosexual. So I don't understand. I guess there's degrees of it.
Well, there's
I don't get it.
There's penance, right?
Hypocritical. It's hypocritical.
Yeah, but here's what it is that Trump can go ask God for forgiveness for, cheating on his wife or for lying or whatever. But is Mayor Pete asking God to forgive him because he's gay?
But if you continue the same sin, if you continue lying, a habitual liar all the time,
yeah.
And then you're gay, what's the difference?
Well, I heard, so I listened to Rush this week, and he played golf with Trump, right? And Tiger Woods. Rush played golf. Imagine that. You're fucking golfing with the president and Tiger Woods. That's pretty awesome.
That's why I don't listen to that shit no more, dude.
But he's saying, everything Trump says, like there's a waterfall on the golf course, and Trump would be like, that's a great waterfall, but this one over here at Mar-a-Lago, it's the best in the world. It's the biggest, and this and that. And it's an ongoing joke that he has with his buddies and all that kind of shit. And he's transformed that into his politics. And the people on the inside know and they laugh about it. But the people on the outside are like, this guy's a fucking narcissist. This guy can't believe everything.
Well, he is a narcissist.
Yeah, this thing's...
I don't think that's even debatable.
Yeah, but everything he does is the best or the greatest or this and that. And that's just stick.
The Great Lakes. I've always supported the Great Lakes. Always supported them.
Yeah.
They're deep. They're big.
Yeah.
I support them. I've always supported them.
They're the biggest.
And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah. And I was like, what? And everybody's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? This is why I don't listen to CNN no more. I don't listen to Fox News. I don't listen to Rush. I don't listen to these people no more because it's brainwash. It's brainwash shit. Because if you listen to this all the time, you start believing, yeah, this is true. No, it's not true. Stop with that bullshit. Fucking form your own opinion.
Just like the Russian collusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying Trump's a liar. He's saying, oh, well, I was wiretapped. He was wiretapped. they did have all that shit in. He's saying, hey, they cheated on me.
It's like his tax thing. It's like everybody wants his taxes. I don't think that Trump's taxes are going to show that he had money going to foreign. I think Trump don't want his tax to come out because he don't want to. He'd be kind of embarrassed that he's inflated his income. I think a lot of people do that. I think he's inflated his income and he'd be embarrassed that it really don't show. But it doesn't matter because he'll just say, yeah, but I do this and that, whatever. But I don't know. I see a slippery slope we've gone down already. So now who's ever running for president, who's ever running for politics, is going to get fucking their ass fucking looked at inside out, dude.
Let's close that out and go to that one fucking topic, dude. We were talking about. So what they've done. Thank you. So what they've created now is like you were saying. When you sign a contract to do a work, right? Mm-hmm. Like you got a job now. All the future contracts are going to hold like, hey, I'm still going to get paid this contract, this money, regardless of what I did before I started working here. Right. You know what I mean? It's changed the process, but there's always a way to beat the new shit that's going on. There's always a workaround, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just finding that workaround, man. Yeah,
I was telling him I was listening to Charlemagne on The Brilliant Idiots, and he's like, in his contract now, he has from this contract, the sign date on this contract forward, if anything comes up about my past, if you fire me, I'm still going to get paid that contract. And that's what you got to start putting in your fucking contracts now. Yes. Because, I mean, not that it was right, but certain times dictate the times. Like, you know, are you really going to go off, like, on people who were in the 1800s because they were racist? But that was the time they were in. When we were going through fucking school, like, you would get girls drunk and... You know, what happens now, you run for politics and say, hey, Frazier got me drunk twice, and, we're going after him. It's like the coach for the Kings, right? Luke Walton. This girl is accusing him from when he coached before the Lakers. Yeah. So now she's not even, she can't sue him. She can't get any jail time because that's already passed. That time's passed. But civilly, she could sue him. So she sued him civilly because he signed this big 4-year contract. Yeah. But criminally, he can't get no criminal charge because that grace period is passed. So now she's going to sue him civilly. It's like, you know what? I'm all for women's rights, and I'm all for it. Like, if somebody does something fuck to you, go report them. Go to the police and report them. But don't report them 8 years later.
Or like this, when Biden's smelling on your hair, or he's kissing your cheek, or giving you a hug, or whatever, right? Why aren't they right there? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now they're coming out. Like, it's like, dude, if it bothers you, then make a complaint. Go for it, right? But don't do it. Like, and I said this with Trump, too, and all these women were coming out. I said, that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Because if it was a big deal back then, they should have came out back then. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out. Like, you lose all, with me, you lose all credibility.
Well, I think what it does, though, the new people getting involved, the new crew that we're talking about with work and stuff like that, these people that are just coming into politics or just starting to pay attention and shit, right?
They haven't lived that life.
They haven't. This is the normal for them now.
Right.
This is the normal.
You're right.
So that's what they want, and that's what they feed off of, right? Any type of negativity they can latch onto and fucking put it down. Yep, this is what he did.
Oh, this is what you said in 1984. Yeah. But the times were different. You know, and you've grown. So maybe you used to say the word faggot, right? And I think we all used to say that was like an 80s term, 90s term. Now we've grown to the point where, okay, we're not going to use it derogatory. We understand, and we have to purposely not say it, because for us, it just means stupid, right? Yeah. Oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, whatever. But now it's learned behavior, okay? Now the times dictate you can't just randomly walk around in the grocery store and start saying that, right? You have to have some sort of respect for people's feelings. But don't dig up the past and say, well, you used to say that. It's like the comedians, Kevin Hart. Well, he said this 10 years ago. Okay, but he changed. You don't say it now. So now we're going to bring up 10 years ago and we're going to fucking cut him out because of something he said, during that time that was probably okay.
What they're basically saying is you should come out of the womb and fucking be clean.
And be Jesus.
Yeah, and if you don't, well, we're going to fucking nail you to that, right? Mm-hmm. But at what point did the person start to grow?
Right.
At what point did the person change or become a better person?
I agree.
How are you going to be better if you don't realize what you did wrong?
If nobody allows you to be better. Yeah. How are you going to be better if nobody allows you better? So if you did something in your past, it's like that thing with Nipsey Hussle that got killed. All I kept seeing was the comments from people who are ignorant to the culture was like, well, yeah, but he used to gangbang. Yeah, but he used to do that. But now he's doing all kinds of stuff for the city. That's canceled because he used to be fucking a rapper, or it's just like, dude, when are we allowed to grow as people and become better people? No, they're gonna continue to bring up your past. They're gonna bring up your past. It's like, dude, stop.
I think Jesus covered that. I'm not really a Bible thumper, but he covered that a long time ago when he said, "Hey, he who hasn't sinned cast the first stone." Right?
I agree.
We've lost that culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
We lost that culture of fucking somebody being a fuck up, changing his life and becoming a better person.
And that's everything. That's for your job. That's for your fucking religion. That's for politics.
Relationships.
Relationships. That's a good point. That's everything. We cancel people out once we find out. Okay. Is it a big deal that two guys? Okay, Frazier slept with two guys in his past. What's the big deal? Like, I know that he's grown since then. I know that he don't like guys anymore.
Yeah, it happens. and you know what? Weller and Flory are still my friends.
Yes. Yes.
I've always been a top. I had to try 2 bottoms, dude.
Yeah, I was a virgin, but I mean, we dabbled.
We were experimenting.
Even that, you can't even joke about that no more. I get a lot of shit because I'm so confident, like, as far as, like, I'm a heterosexual male. And I don't have nothing about I don't care about that. But I'm okay.
That's your toxic masculinity, dude.
But I can joke about it. I can say, like, me and Flory scissor or some shit. I could say shit like that because it doesn't mean nothing to me. But I've had people say, well, then, why do you talk like that? Or why do you send me dick pics? And I'm like, because I don't care. Like, it's not fearful of me. I'm not fearful of that, of you thinking, oh, he think I'm really gay. Oh, my gosh. No, like, I got to show you how much of a man I am. Like,
we do that because we're not homophobic,
Yes, exactly. 100%. I'm not homophobic.
And, I think, like, in our life, we had one of our really good friends. We never knew that he was gay, right? But as we got older, we
started having some inclinations.
Yeah, well... But it never changed my perspective on the guy. I'm not a hater like that.
Not at all.
I
still think of him the same as before. Like, it don't even come in my head like, oh, well, he sleeps with a guy. Like, I don't even think about that. I'm like, oh, he's doing good. He does this. He's, he travels the world. Like, that's what I think of. I don't think of, oh, yeah, but he sleeps with a, like, that's none of my business.
To me, that's one of the biggest and easiest things just to overlook, not even pay attention to it. It doesn't even come up. Who you fuck or how you fuck or I mean, if it's little kids, I got an issue.
That's the cancel part. We were talking about, that's funny you say that, because that's the cancel part. Because I was talking about, if my kids became gay or they became this or whatever, I'm like, if they did a crime, whatever, I'd always be there to support them. But the child molestation shit, that's like one thing that I can't really let go. That's a tough one, dude. That'd be like, oof, I don't know if I can do that one. But I don't know. Cancel culture, dude. They fucking cancel everybody because they're past. They don't let people grow. I don't know. I don't know what we do.
I don't know. Let's close that bitch out. We got about one little topic left. Well, I'll tell you what, fucking, I got that eyebrow threading. This is a real quick one. I saw my daughter, did some stuff with my daughter yesterday.
A lot of gay people do that too.
Yeah, well, one got her nose piercing. We went and did some shit on that because she thought she had a keloid or something. But the other one, we go to the eyebrow threading place. She's getting her eyebrow done. She's laying down in the chair. Mm-hmm. It looks cool. The lady's doing the thing with the little fucking thread and pulling her eyebrows out and shit. And my other daughter's like, Dad, why don't you get you done? You got some bushy ass eyebrows, And I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I sat down in that chair, dude. That shit hurts worse than a tattoo, dude. I could not believe it, and I couldn't fucking, cry or scream in front of my girls.
Why can't you cry?
Well, I did. One tear came right down my cheek like this, and I was like, fucking, I will never do this again. I can't believe how bad it hurts, dude. Mm-hmm. The things women go through to fucking please us and shit, dude. I can't believe it.
Is it to please us or please themselves?
I think it's more themselves, yeah.
I think so.
I don't give a fuck what your eyebrows. I mean, if her eyebrows were fucked up or she had a unibrow, then I would be like,
Are you honest?
Fuck yeah.
Are you honest when they wear something or they put makeup on? Are you honest?
No, my wife came out with a spaghetti strap thing when we were going to the fucking Portuguese crab feed. I told her, I'll cut that shit. You fucking try to wear it, I'm going to cut it. I don't care. And my daughter came out with one the other night.
I get shit all the time because I'll be like, you don't wear that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just telling you the truth, and it's to help you. It's not, Well, it is too for me, but it's like I'm just telling you the truth. Well, you don't. Who do you know? You wear fucking a hoodie and the shorts every fucking day. Who the fuck are you to be telling? I said I'm just giving you my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, if my daughter does her hair shitty, I'll be like, I don't like that. That's not a big. I don't care what you think. Okay, that's fine. That's a good opinion to have.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. I'm just at least you know that I'm still telling you the fucking truth. That it looks like shit.
Well, my thing is like, you know, it's okay to dress nice or look pretty and this and that, but don't be provocative. Don't fucking wear a V-neck that almost shows both your areolas and shit. You know.
I don't like it either. Like we went to my daughter's awards banquet.
Yeah.
She has literally this thing. I mean, it's skin tight, and it comes barely on, just barely covers her butt, just barely. And in my head, I'm like, I don't fucking like that. But she's 22. She can wear what she wants. She bought it herself.
Yeah.
I have to be a little cautious of like being overbearing. So like, but I don't like it at all. But you like it when somebody else is wearing it. You're like, oh shit,
you
check
like
that out.
When your daughter's wearing
yes, I know. I mean, that's the hypocritical part of being a dad, of having a daughter. It's like, you're like, fuck, what are you doing?
No, I was telling you, I had a couple guys over who watched the fucking national championship game for basketball, right? And Isabel came out in some little shorts and this and that, and I think nothing of it. But then I seen both of them like fucking eyeballing her up and down, like, you motherfuckers, dude.
Yes, dude, you gotta.
What are you doing?
I don't know. And then I have 2 sets of rules for my daughter and my son.
Yeah.
That's just the way life is, dude. I mean, I'm supposed to meet my daughter's boyfriend this Saturday. Is her graduation. She's walking. So that's what I'm supposed to be. But she's still hesitant. She's still like, Dad, please. Because I've been a fucking dickhead in the past, right? And I don't care. I tell Sarah, I don't fucking care. I'm like Old Yeller, right? Yeah. I'm at the house. You know, people say, that's where Old Yeller lives. Like, look at him. He barks. You know, he's barking all the time. But my son, I'm like, dude, when are you going to get a girlfriend, bro? When are you going to have fucking... And my daughter was like, no, absolutely not. No, you're not going over that boy's house. No, all the time. But DJ, I'm like, DJ, when you fucking comb your hair, dude, how are you going to jock any numbers with that?
You want DJ to come home and be like, Dad, check out this smell on my fingers. What is that?
I'd be like, dude, you can't do that. Let me smell it. Right? I do have 2 sets of rules, but that's just me. Whatever. Maybe you're right. I'm a dinosaur in a lot of ways, and I'll be a dinosaur, whatever. But at least, and especially with my daughter, she knows that I got to be a little cautious when I introduce somebody to my dad because I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care. So I'll be an asshole to the end. Whatever.
Dude, we fucking knocked one out, dude. Hey, we're going to start our motherfucking shit, I'm pretty sure, so check that shit out.
All right. Till next week. Bam!